So for the academic reading, okay, there are tasks that you're expected to be able to accomplish within the space of 1 hour. So that's the duration of the reading. It lasts for about an hour, okay? And there are a few tasks that you must accomplish. Of course, you mentioned the multiple choice questions, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, where you have a number of options to choose from, maybe A to D or E. All right. So the examiner wants to be sure that you'll be able to, all right,
pick the right one.
Pick the right answer. Okay. So you're also given tasks like identifying information. Are you used to the true or false?
Okay.
Or not given? Yeah. So that's another task. So you will be given from a test that will be given. All right. You are expected to identify whether the questions that are asked are true or whether they are false or they're not given. Okay. All right. So and you also are expected another task that you should expect will be to be able to identify the writer's view and claims.
Okay.
All right. So in a particular text that you are making reference to, comprehension, as it is called in some English examination. Okay. All right. So you are given. Of course, you know the comprehension exercise.
Yes. Sure. Where you have to read and
exactly. So you are given some text to read. All right. So one of I've mentioned about 2 tasks that will be expected of you: the multiple choice in the questions, then identifying information. Then this time around, you also expected to identify the writer's views. Okay. So when the writer writes, when you read the text, you should be able to know this is the direction of this writer. This is the direction of his thoughts. These are his expectations. These are his submissions and all. Okay, so questions will be asked around. Yes, around. So your ability, the reading component of this examination text is actually testing your ability to read and comprehend at the same time. Okay, so that's a very, very, very critical note to make.
Okay, like you once said to me that reading a book is like
having a conversation
with the writer, something like that.
Exactly. So they want to see, the examiner want to see the kind of conversation that you have had with this writer in your mind.
Okay.
All right, and how you've been able to process the information that I've been giving. All right. So you also expected to match headings. Okay. So in that text, assuming the writer is talking about your beautiful holiday experience, okay, the heading should not be about COVID-19. There's no coloration. Do you understand? So you should be able to identify headings, considering the things that you have seen in the text. Okay. You also expected to match sentences. Okay. So I mean complete the sentences. For instance, you hear Jack and Jill
went up the hill.
Yes. All right. Okay.
You wouldn't say Jack and Jill go up the hill.
So that's it. So that's the kind of completion of sentences that you expected to have. Okay. Sometimes you also expected to have summaries. Okay. You'll be able to read the text and summarize what the writer, all right, is trying to pass across. Okay, so these
that's like summarizing it in your own words.
Yes, okay, but you will find the summary. You'll find the summary as answers to.
Okay.
So being able to identify that this is a summary of this particular text that you had already written. The reading tasks that will be expected of you to accomplish within 1 hour would be to be able to describe the information that will be given in a diagram. Okay, yeah, so that's the kind of illustrations that you will have. Okay, so in 1 hour you're expected to cover tax within, tax ranging from these descriptions that I already given. Okay, so at this time we'll be looking at the writing component of the academic model. Okay, all right, and it's interesting to also note that the writing part of this exam lasts for about an hour again. Okay, so if you know, the interesting thing about this exam is to know the duration for each of the components of the exams. If you know how long you're supposed to spend on a particular task, it will help your time management skills. All right. So
you wouldn't be stuck at one while you're supposed to be at the other.
Just keep giving attention to
reading.
Yes, and you spend the time that you need to, use to cover other tasks. All right. So there are two writing tasks that will be expected of you. Okay, in this component of the exams. The first one is the short writing, and the second one is the longer writing. Okay. Interestingly, the second part of the writing has twice the mark of the first.
Okay? That's the longer writing.
The longer writing. So the shorter writing supposed to last for about 20 minutes, and the longer writing is supposed to last for about 40 minutes. Okay. For the shorter writing, you're expected to use about 150 words. Okay, and for the longer writing, it is about 250 words. Okay, so there are expectations for this writing. Okay, you need to accurately describe and summarize visual information. For instance, for the shorter writing task, okay, you will be given a diagram to describe, okay, or maybe a picture. You'll be expected to translate the information on that picture in writing. Okay, so that's the kind of task that you have for the academic writing. The kind of task that you have for the general writing will be different. We'll get there. All right, we're talking about the academic writing. You basically to be able to accurately describe and summarize visual information. Okay, yes. So for the second part of the writing, which is the longer part of writing, that's it's usually a discursive essay. Okay, remember, this is an academic model that you're writing. Okay, so you'll be given an opinion, a problem, an issue, and you need to respond to it. Okay, and may ask to provide a solution, evaluate the problem, or compare. Okay?
That means you might even be asked to compare and contrast something.
Exactly. All right. So you'll be given an opinion, okay, and you're asked to provide a counter opinion to it.
Wow.
Yes. Thank you. I like that word. Are you asked to challenge that opinion or to compare it? So if you don't follow the instruction, if you don't understand it, you will not be able to execute that task that is given. Okay, so that's.
But I think the idea is just to be able to assess your grammatical range and accuracy.
Oh, beautiful. That's the next thing I like to talk about. All right, because you are being assessed on about 4 criteria. All right. Your first assessment is to be able to ascertain that the task that is given you, that you accomplished it. You know, we talked about challenging an opinion. Imagine you're expected to challenge an opinion and you are supporting that opinion. So you've not achieved the task. All right? You may write beautifully well, but you have not achieved the task.
Yeah.
All right? So the second assessment will be to assess your cohesion and your coherence. They want to see how able you are to balance thoughts and to build on thoughts. Okay, so that's the second assessment. The third one will be on your lexical research. Okay, they want to see how well you're able to use the language. Okay, how well, how good are you with the words? All right. Yes. How often do you repeat a particular word? Okay. So these are the things, and finally, they want to see your grammatical range and accuracy. Okay. How accurate are the use of those words?
And you'll be surprised, it's like the English you speak every day, and then
yes.
Exactly.
I mean, you don't want to think about a lot of lexicon that we use that are not correct in the context that we are using them.
Right.
Yes. So that these are the 4 criteria for assessment in the writing skill. So at this point, remember I said that the writing component of this is supposed to last for how long?
1 hour.
Beautiful. So a review. What are the tasks for the writing?
The short essay.
Beautiful.
And the longer essay.
And the longer essay. I mentioned something unique about the longer essay.
Okay, this one is times double the mark of the other one.
That is to say that if I were you,
I will spend time more on the longer one.
Exactly.
What if you try to spend time more on the longer one and then maybe you didn't get the question right, like you said earlier?
But you're not writing the exam not to get the question right.
Right. Yeah.
So that the both tasks are to be given attention to. Right. But we're talking about strategies to be able to, all right,
Get it right.
maximize.